So you've been using UFocus and you are trying to get hired and it's not working for you. You're wondering now, how do you get hired fast on Upwork or on any other freelance platform? Because you've been sending out proposals, you've been paying for proposals, and something isn't working. You're still not getting responses. If that's you, I'll drop a link in the description to UFocus video if you don't know what that is. So hopefully that can kind of help give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I say UFocus. I know not everyone knows that because some of you are new here. That's going to make a huge change to the way you approach proposals and cover letters, whether you're on Upwork or you're going through cold email or another freelance platform. That'll change your life by itself. But today I want to talk about something different, and that is your unique selling point. This is something that is going to go beyond UFocus. When your UFocus proposals, for whatever reason, aren't getting results, then this thing is how you're going to try to fix things. So if you're new to Upwork, you're trying to figure out how to get hired fast, or you're trying to figure out maybe your job success score dropped and it just dove off a cliff. And just like yesterday, someone was asking, should they try to get hired even though they're not getting responses now that they have this low job success score, or should they delete their account and start over from scratch? And I was thinking about it, if it was me, I wouldn't have to do that. Even at a 70% job success score, I would still find ways to get hired. And I was thinking about the difference between someone like me and somebody who is, I guess, not like me, or just somebody who isn't at that point yet, what the difference is in their approach. So it's your unique selling point, and we're going to talk about that today. If that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. Alright, so your unique selling point is what we're talking about today. This is the thing that is going to allow you to get hired fast on Upwork. It's going to allow you to get hired even if you don't have any skills or experience, previous education, anything like that, or even if your job success rating is lower than it should be, or some other problem is challenging you. There's two parts to my proposal process, and the big main part is UFocus. And like I said before, that's the main one that everyone should mostly be focusing on. But if you are someone who is sending proposals, not getting responses, and can't figure out what's not working, then you need to look at your USP, your unique selling point. And what is a USP? That is going to be the thing that makes you stand out from everybody else. It's something that you offer to clients that makes you jump off the page to them, and that could be your price, but it could be a number of other factors that we're going to look at today. So it's not necessarily your price, but a lot of people try and go with lower pricing as their unique selling point, and they're surprised when that doesn't exactly get them results, but that's not a very strong USP. So today we're going to look at something different, and we're just going to go through probably 6 or 7 of these. Maybe something will springboard some ideas for you, and hopefully it will help you to develop your own USP so that you can start to stand out and get hired. So the first USP I want to talk about is your niche. That is going to be the area you specialize in, or the people you specialize in some skill for. So if you're a copywriter and you're trying to get work as a copywriter, you don't want to just be a copywriter. You don't even want to just be a direct response copywriter. You want to niche down if you want to get noticed. And the deeper you go with your niche, the sub-niche of your industry, so copywriting is the industry, then a niche would be direct response copywriter. And then you could go down to into a sub-niche of that, which would be something like direct response copywriter for insurance companies. It's very, very specific. And the thing is, there's not going to be as many clients for something like this. There's not going to be as many clients for a direct response copywriter for insurance companies, but the people who need a direct response copywriter for insurance companies are going to want to work with you because you have something that nobody else has. Nobody is putting that on their Upwork profile. Nobody is saying, I'm a direct response copywriter for insurance companies. So you'll want to shorten the title a little bit, but the point is, if you bring that across to clients, it's going to jump off the page to them because they don't see that from anyone else. Everyone else says, I'm a direct response copywriter, or I'm just a copywriter. And that doesn't scream, hey, you do the exact, very specific thing that I need. That's your unique selling point. So think about what that is for you. If you're targeting niche as your USP or sub-niche, you want to find one that's very specific, and you have to understand that you're probably not going to find as many jobs for it, but when you do find a job for it, it's going to be something where you jump off the page to that client. So that's the first USP. You're going to look at sub-niche, you're going to look at different industries. If I offer active campaign email automation, that's very specific. There's a lot of email services, but I specialize in active campaign, and that's going to make me stand out to these clients. So look at the niche. If you're a web designer, do you design for dental? Do you design for real estate companies? Do you design for construction companies? Find that thing, and then that's your unique selling point. Number two is going to be your USP. Number two is going to be your specialized skills and services. And this kind of seems obvious, and also some of you don't even have a skill yet, so you should probably learn a skill. But when you're learning a skill, think about what specialized skill you can learn. So if you're going to learn email marketing, like I mentioned in the niche section, you can learn email marketing with active campaign. That's very specific. That's a specific skill, and it's a specific service. If I say I offer active campaign email marketing, I'm saying that I am an expert in this one thing. So a lot of people would say I offer email marketing, and that's great and all. But if as a client, when I'm looking through proposals, I'm looking at the titles and I'm looking for that one specific person who says, I'm an active campaign email marketing expert. Now, they don't have to say all of that. They're saying that unconsciously to me just by having a title that says active campaign email marketing specialist. And that tells me they specialize in that one place. So if you are someone who is willing to specialize and offer very specific services, then that's going to be a good USP for you, because you're going to jump off the page over other people who are not specialized. If you're just a copywriter, that's not going to be good enough. But if you are someone who specializes in landing page copy using ClickFunnels, that's a specialized skill and service because you work with ClickFunnels, which is something that a lot of people use. Or for instance, if you use Thrive themes, if you build funnels and Thrive themes, then that would be a specialized skill and a specialized service using a software system that not everyone uses. But for the people who do use that software system, for the people who do use Thrive themes and their course system and their plugins and all of that stuff, then that's going to be really valuable for them because they're going to know that you're an expert. You're not someone who's just worked in ClickFunnels or some other place and is trying to make a quick buck. You're someone who is an expert in this one specialized area, offering a specialized service, and therefore that's your unique selling point. So be thinking about that. What skill can you learn? What specialized skill can you learn? What specialized software could you use? What specialized service can you offer that's going to stand out to clients? The third USP is going to be your credibility. And this one is going to be mainly for those who do have some kind of previous experience, maybe the jobs you've had or the education you've had or the certificates you've had. These are things that we're going to put in your proposal. We talk about putting these in proposals with UFocus in the past, but they're also unique selling points for you. So a unique selling point can be the fact that you have an MBA, you have a master's degree in something, and the more specific that thing is, the more valuable it's going to be. So if you have a master's degree in something like artificial intelligence, machine learning, that's going to stand out to a company that's looking for a machine learning specialist. And the fact that you have that is going to jump off the page to them. Likewise, if you have certain certificates, for instance, one of the certificates I have is NLP Master Practitioner. So for people who are looking for someone who knows NLP, when they see that I'm an NLP Master Practitioner, that's a big selling point for them because it says, hey, this guy probably knows NLP because he has an advanced certificate in it. So be thinking about those things. What experience do you have? What places have you worked for that would be credible? And what other credibility markers do you have? What results have you gotten for other clients? What big name clients have you gotten? We've talked about credibility on this channel before, as well as in some of my Udemy courses. So if you're looking for credibility markers, check those out, of course. But, just mainly what is your education? Who do you know? Who have you worked with? And what is it that makes you a credible person, not necessarily in the skill, but the more relevant and related it is to the skill that you offer, the more of a unique selling point that's going to be. USP 4 through 9. These are just some different things you can maybe think about if you don't have education, you don't have a degree, you don't have a specialized skill. Well, you've got your baseline skill, right? You've got your web design, your email marketing, your copywriting, your social media, whatever that baseline skill is for you. So now you need to start to think about what your USP is. You need to start to think about what is new or what is different from other freelancers. What are other freelancers not offering? The bottom line that we're getting here with all of this is what is going to make you impossible to ignore? What is going to make you stand out so that no matter who the client is, or so that no matter what the odds are that are stacked against you, that you have no skills or experience, or you have a low job success score, no matter what that thing is, this client, this one client that's right in front of you right now, is going to want to work with you. And when you find the right USP, then that client is going to respond to you. They simply can't not respond to you because it's not affordable for them to not respond to you. It's a bad decision on their part if they don't. So you have to find that thing. So some of the things I'm looking at, if I'm not looking to use the main things that we've already mentioned, are like bonuses. So whenever I send a proposal, what bonus can I offer to sweeten the deal? How can I sweeten the deal for this client? That's something I'm always asking myself. Now, maybe sometimes that's price. Sometimes it is price. So if you have a low job success score, maybe dropping your price and offering some additional deliverables or something that the client might find valuable is going to be your USP. That's going to jump off the page to them, because if you can get them a really good price for some awesome stuff and deliver full quality work too, don't like slack on this stuff, but deliver good quality work, then that's going to be amazing for them, and that's an amazing deal. And if you want to get your job success score back up quickly, you're going to need to work with several clients, and you're going to probably need to get good feedback and reviews so that your JSS starts to raise again. So that's just a thought on that. What else can you offer to sweeten the deal? Maybe that is price, or maybe it's something else like the way you package your services. So a lot of freelancers just want this onesie twosie kind of stuff. They want to get paid for every single thing they do, or they want to get paid by the hour. But some freelancers are brave enough to package their services into a packaged offering so that clients don't necessarily have a choice in how much they're going to get, but they have choices between packages so that it helps you to stand out, because it says, I'm a professional. I package my services. This is how I operate. This is how professionals operate. So that's something you could, of course, try. Your branding is another point where you can stand out from people. So your branding can be a USP. And a lot of people don't think about branding. They don't think about the colors that they use in their portfolio pieces or on their website. They don't think about the language they use in their bio or how to bring it all together. You have to think about what your brand is and what that means to clients. And the more pulled together that your brand is, the more that's going to be a USP for them. So all of figuring out your USP is just figuring out the one thing that you can say to the client that's right in front of you that's going to make you stand out to them. And when you're trying to figure that out, you need to look at these different areas. You need to look at your niche. You need to look at your specialized skills. You need to look at all of these different things, the specialized software you can offer to clients, the credibility markers that are going to make you stand out. Look at your pricing. If you're not getting responses, change your pricing. Sometimes your unique selling point is not that you're the lowest priced freelancer. Sometimes it is that you are the highest priced freelancer, and that makes you stand off the page because experts charge higher rates. So sometimes it might be worth testing a higher price to see what happens. Maybe you get different responses. You won't know unless you test these things. Turnaround time. What about turnaround time? Whereas a lot of freelancers will say, I need a week or two to deliver this item. What if you turn around in 24 hours or less? I was looking for an illustrator recently, and all of the illustrators had like 7 to 14 day turnaround, and I was like, what the hell? I want overnight turnaround. And maybe that is something that is, maybe that's not realistic. I don't know, because I'm not an illustrator, but if you can be the illustrator who can get me something in 24 hours or less, maybe it doesn't matter if the thing is perfect. Maybe it just needs to be good enough. And that's a USP that's going to make me reach out and hire you. So as a client, that's something I'm looking for. And I'm not always looking for fast turnaround, but some clients are. So you don't have to be the best copywriter if you can be a fast copywriter. That's your unique selling point. You don't have to be the highest converting copywriter if you can turn around good enough copy in a reasonable period of time. Same goes for web design, same goes for email marketing funnels or any other thing that you might offer. And then your branding, that's a given. That's like easy breezy. Your branding tells people who you are. It's a unique selling point because your branding is how you differentiate yourself from everyone else. It shows your personality, and you can be a professional brand. You can be something like batshit crazy, as people have called my brand. You can be something fun and quirky. You can be humorous. There's so many different kinds of brands you can develop just by the words you use in your bio and the images you use in your portfolio pieces. So be thinking about that, because if everyone else has no brand, but you have a brand and your brand has a personality, and that personality is something that the client likes, then that's going to be valuable for them. So these are just some different points. Hopefully this has summarized some of the ideas of USPs. You still want to use UFocus. You still want to mention the client first before you ever talk about yourself. You still want to mirror the client's own words back to them, their own needs back to them. You still want to customize your proposals for their needs and pick USPs that are going to fit their specific situations. You're still going to want to use credibility markers in your proposals. You're still going to want to connect your services and your solution with what the client needs. You're still going to want to use call to actions within your UFocus proposals, and you're still going to want to use the word you 10 times more than you use the word I. But going beyond that, you have to be asking yourself, what is that one thing? What is the one single thing that if I say this to this client, they're going to respond? What is the one thing that is going to make my proposal more valuable than every other person? And this usually isn't going to happen with a template proposal. And it can happen with a template proposal under one circumstance. And that one circumstance is that you target a very specific niche, and you only target that niche or clients that fit within that niche and industry, and you do it over and over. If you only sell to a very specific group of people, then that might be fine. Then a template might work a little bit for you, and you might only need minor modifications every time you send a proposal. But in general, UFocus plus a USP, the thing that you can say to clients that is going to grab their attention very quickly because it's valuable for them, whether that is your pricing, whether that is how you package your services, how fast you deliver your services. The fact that you deliver awesome service is probably not a great USP, because a lot of people deliver awesome service. But if you deliver awesome service very quickly, then that is going to be a USP. What specialized software do you work with? What specialized skills can you learn and can you offer? Those are things to be thinking about. If you have any other USPs you want to toss out there, drop them in a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. What kind of, you don't have to tell me the USP you're using, because I don't want you to give away your secrets, but if you have ideas for USPs that people can use, go ahead and drop those down there. I'd love to hear them. We can chat about them in the comments section. And if you have any questions for me about USPs, drop those down there too. I think that's pretty much enough on USPs for today. Got a good chunk of it knocked out, so I guess we'll end the video there. But thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around. Swing by the Discord if you haven't, if you want to chat and hang out. We answer freelance questions, and they're kind of all day. If it's not me, there's usually someone else in there who's willing to respond and help out. It's a very helpful group. And that's all I've got. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Lex DeVille. I'll see you next time.